Hey all, I'm Gareth Williams. I'm one of the co-founders of Tiny Rebel. I hope you're all enjoying the Cyberfest. It's a pretty awesome thing to be doing, to be fair. And yeah, just thanks to Beer 52 for including us within the pack against some awesome breweries in there. And I hope everybody's keeping safe and everybody is buying beer from breweries online sort of shops, and it's really helping out the breweries in such a tough time. It's not just the breweries, there's so many more, but obviously I'll talk about breweries because that's what we are. So yeah, thanks very much for joining in on the Cyberfest, and I hope you all have a wicked time, and we'll jump straight into the beer. So what we've got today is the Paradise City. So this was one of our birthday beers from our blending pack, and we done two NEIPAs. So this is the Loral and Mosaic. The other one was an Nelson Sauvin NEIPA. So we won't be blending today. We'll just go straight in for this beer. It's done really well for us. We love the hops in it. Mosaic, one of our sort of most favourite hops, and I'd probably say it's our main hop right throughout the brewery. And Loral's a new one for us. It's not a sort of in-your-face hop, but I'll talk about that in a little bit time. So let's open the beer. So we'll go for the artwork first. As you know, anybody that's drunk our beers before, we love all our different artwork, and we try to mix it up. It's something that we've kept going, and we have no plans to be stopping it. We won't be sort of branding generic and growing up sort of thing like that. We love our branding. It's totally unique, and we'll keep on doing it because it's a big part of beer. And yeah, let's crack on. Awesome. So we'll get it in the Tiny Rebel glass. So as you can see, it's typical NEIPA. Nice and cloudy. Loads of haze to it. And a lot of people like that haze. We love it too. I did kind of invert the can a little bit before I poured it, just to make sure you're getting all that haziness out. And as you can see, it's unfiltered. We don't filter any of our beers at Tiny Rebel. We centrifuge beers. Some we do, the majority that we do, just to clear them up for a bit of consistency. And this would have been slightly centrifuged, but not too much, because we want to keep that sort of those proteins and those hazes from the yeast that gives it that lovely colour. And as you can see, the more sort of solids within the beer, the more protein and the more yeast, then you get that lovely sort of bright colour bouncing back off it. If it was sort of clear and it didn't have that haze in it, then it wouldn't look as bright as it does now. So it's really important to get that sort of bright colour bouncing back at your eyes to get it hazy like that. So as I said, I inverted the can a little bit. If you've got a little bit left in it, give it a swirl, pour it in the can, in your glass, just to get the full effect basically. So we'll go for the nose first. So it's pretty punchy. It's your sort of typical Mosaic, really tropical fruits. But what I'll jump onto first is the malts that we used in this beer, and it's pale malt. We got flaked barley, wheat, and oats. So we really go for the full-bodied sort of oats to give it that full-bodied creaminess that you're looking for in a NEIPA. And probably about 10% flaked barley, 10% wheat, and 15% oats. So quite high on those sorts of malts, but that's the sort of thing we're looking for. And also, before I dive in, something really important within NEIPAs is the water treatment that we use. So to get that fuller flavour, that full body, that silkiness that you look for within these sorts of beers, is that we treat the water totally different as we do to a pale ale or a normal IPA. We kind of do a role reversal, and we put a lot of calcium chloride into it, a little bit of calcium sulfate. So basically we recreate the water profile of a stout to give it that sort of full flavour and full bodiness you find in stouts. So yeah, so let's tuck in. Yeah, that's lovely. But I think the main thing for this is it's all about the hop profile, the softness of it, and that real, like I keep talking about it, that thick mouthfeel with the hops, low bitterness. We aim for low bitterness because We don't want it to be an old school IPA. It's a NEIPA after all. So I'll talk about the hops that we do use in it. So the main two was Loral and Mosaic. Now the Loral is probably one that's not too out there. It's a fairly new hop, and we loved it because it's more of a balanced hop. And when you're fighting against Mosaic, you know, you're not going to put two huge juicy hops in there. We like to balance it out with a little bit of something different. So Loral, it's a kind of floral and herbal, it's like an intense noble hop, a German hop, but it's much stronger than your German styles. So it's got slight citrus notes, kind of sweet fruits, but it's more so balanced, and it's a balancing hop against the Mosaic, because we didn't want to be fighting against the Mosaic with something quite similar like Citra. So we kind of let both hops do their thing. Again, Mosaic, tropical fruits, you get that big hit. It's a real big hitter. It's one of our favorites. It's a kind of a daughter from Simcoe hops. So you get those tangerine flavors and aromas, papaya. They say you get a little bit of bubblegum. But I mean, taste and smell is perceptive. So, you guys are going to probably make your own minds up of what you're tasting. I mean, I do get those lovely sweet fruits myself, personally. Yeah, it's awesome. But it's balanced. I think it's not too in your face. We always try and at sort of Tiny Rebel is that we try to balance our beers. It's not just about real impact beers. We'd like you to drink 2 or 3 of these sorts. Hopefully you can, and hopefully you're all enjoying it. Again, talking back towards the hops, because the hops are a real main point in this, as well as the water treatment and the sort of grist, the malt. Within the boil, we didn't put too much hops in here. I think we went for around 3 grams per litre, which is quite low, because we don't want to get huge bitterness from it. So 3 grams per litre is that's pretty low for boil. And also we add it at around 75, 80 degrees, so we bring that temperature down so we're not extracting all the bitterness from it, keeping a little bit of flavour in there as well. And I think the sort of magic happens with then the dry hopping. That's the real important part to get these flavours and aromas that you're looking for. And we went in with about 20 grams per litre, which is pretty high, but that's what it needs to be for this style of beer. So pretty expensive to do that, but it is what it is. And you need to do it because that's what it is in the beer, and that's what comes out of it, and that's what you're tasting. And it's that real pungent, strong, fruity, slightly citrusy. I find it more sweet fruits because the bitterness is quite low, and obviously it's a 6.8% NEIPA, so you will get a little bit of sweetness in there, but nothing too overly sweet. And yeah, I love it. Awesome. So I'll let you guys crack on with it, and I hope you're all enjoying the Cyberfest. It's an awesome event. I did see earlier that it's sort of fully sold out, and everybody keeps supporting the breweries out there. It's massively appreciated. We obviously the pubs are shut. We lost a huge amount of trade, and it's not just breweries, it's pubs, it's everybody. So keep supporting breweries, keep supporting everybody that you can, and most importantly, just stay safe. And yeah. Cheers, guys. All the best.